Hi, my name is Aaron, and I'm going to go through the assembly of an orifice gauge. Now to start with, we take the scale, the probe itself, and the actual holder that the probe goes into. We'll screw it onto the scale, snug together. Set that aside for a moment. We take this part here and the felt washer. Felt washer goes inside. Then you can take the scale with the probe, insert it directly in. You then take the long spring, put that over the scale, take the brass washer, place that on top. Take the main barrel, put it over the scale, and tighten it together. Set that part aside. We're now going to take the top. Top consists of a few different pieces. This piece here, and a lens. Place the lens inside like that. Take this cover. We have a thinner side and a thicker side. Make sure the thicker side is on top. Place it over so that you can see through the lens. Take this cap, screw it on top, tighten in place. Make sure that the lens is, the window for the lens is very visible. We have two locking nuts, one of which goes here onto the main barrel. Next, we have the button release mechanism, which that attaches right here. Doesn't need to be tight in the beginning. We then will take the bearing holder itself, which is the internal locking mechanism, a little bit of oil on it. This will help hold the ball bearings in place. Each bearing goes into a hole. These are very tiny and they are prone to falling, so make sure that you have a work area that you will not lose them. Oil helps to keep them on your fingers as you're doing this and hold them in place. There are 6 of them. They all need to be in, like that. Take the main barrel assembly. You can then add the other locking nut in place. Now, as long as this is loose, this will fall into place. If it is too tight, it will not. Tip it over gently, pop it down, falls right in. Take the shorter of the springs, set it on top. Take the top section with the window, line the window up with the markings of the scale itself, and there's a locking pin within this, and it should slide right into the groove on the main scale. You then push it in, turn it in place to tighten it. The next part that you do is to start working at setting it. The first section of setting is setting between these two. You want to tighten it to where it operates but doesn't stop. You will, if you tighten it too far, it will stop operating completely. You'll notice as you go, it seems to get harder, but you want to get it to the smooth point. and not too loose. Get it about there. Tighten it with your fingers at first. You take your master and then you try and work your master in place. And you do this with this top section here. You turn it until it reads correct. Work it in as best you can. Final tightening and cinching of this will move it, so you need to make sure to make constant adjustments as you're going. Final step before you're finished cinching everything up says take this cap here, screw it in place. There's your final assembly.